Remember to pray at least 5 times before the party and refrain from eating the entire day. Allah is most high and merciful, and Prophet Muhammad shall grant us eternal glory, peace be upon him. Plus, not eating will help you get drunk faster and easier. It is time to cleanse your heathen souls from heresy. Allahu Akbar. Can you please elaborate on that comment? Or explain to us why you said it?
I respectfully decline.
At 4:17 p.m., you have asked, or you have posted on this Polyfucking Tacos 3 that you said anteaters for Islamic preteen anal coitus. Can you please elaborate on this?
I likewise respectfully.
Call to order. We'll just have everything that is directed towards the council member. If they would wish to make a statement, they can be put on the speakers list.
Thank you.
We just also want to make it clear that we have every right to feel outrage over these comments. These are the types of thoughts, they aren't just sentiments and attitudes, these are reflective of institutional violence. This is reflective of the same type of thought that allows the United States to go and bomb our countries, to go and execute violence against our people. This isn't just a criticism or some comment that can be overlooked, and it should not be taken lightly. This is not a joke.
Hi, my name is Hafsa Lakhani, and I am a Muslim business student here at University of California, Irvine. And as a business administration student who serves as a representative for the Mirage Undergraduate Student Association, who's part of the 4 largest business organizations on campus and also a member of the Muslim Student Union, it's so disheartening to have such a blatant amount of intolerance on the part of a business students present on campus. The business school, the Paul Mirage School of Business, particularly emphasizes and aims to foster a culture of diversity, of multiculturalism, of tolerance, of progressivism. So as a student of business who's representing other business administration students on campus, who's fostering such a blatant degree of intolerance, of bigotry, it's just so disheartening and so explicitly just it's deplorable. Like how are you as a business student who ostensibly is supposed to represent us and advocate for our rights and voice our opinions, how can you stand to further such an ignorant, intolerant view and impose that upon your fellow students? It's just, I can't even put my distaste into words. That's just how overwhelmed I am by the obscene degree of bigotry that I viewed and the disheartening feeling that I've experienced as a business student. I sincerely hope that you no longer have the privilege of representing one of the most competitive set of students on campus. Thank you.
Just for speakers, can we have all comments addressed to the chair?
Okay, hello. So I just want to start by saying that everyone in this room represents a part of the University of California, Irvine. If someone were to look down at our school as an entity, they can't survey every one of the tens of thousands of students we have. You guys are the students that make the school what it is and what people look at when they want to see what UCI is all about. This is not what UCI is about. When someone on this council puts something like that on the internet and someone finds it, this is what defines our school. And I don't stand for any of that. As a student of the school, I know what the school stands for. Having a representative, again, not a student, a representative, put that stuff online makes the entire school look bad. Never mind what group was targeted. It can be any group. It doesn't matter. This is a representation council. This is the microcosm of UCI. Don't let anyone on this council represent our school in a bad way.
got a few words to share. My name is Ali. I'm a computer science student. I'm a member of the ASCCI Office of Student Services, the biggest office here at ASCCI. I'm the commissioner for the Office of Business Relations. I lead a team of 8. I have a lot of experience working together with student leaders. As a student leader, George, I feel that you're not fit to be a member of Legislative Council. You represent bigotry. You represent intolerance. And how can someone like you represent the students? I kindly ask my fellow student leaders on Legislative Council to impeach this man. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Mohammed Abdurrahman. I'm a third-year mechanical engineering student. I represent a member of the Muslim Student Union. I came across this comment on Manisha's page, one of the comments that they said on her page. It said, quote unquote, the vice president, Ariana, I'm guessing, of the cause Republicans said that black men deserve to be shot by the police if they don't listen to them. This comment was part of the same thread that George started. And I'm wondering, what were your thoughts on that? Would you allow such things to be said on part of your club? Is she a representative of the club that you're coming from? So I'm guessing that is that what you mean? So this isn't only against Muslim people, this is against black people, I'm guessing too. So please elaborate on what you're saying. And I ask for his impeachment again. Thank you.
Would anyone else like to be put on speakers list?
On the board?
What's your name?
Nick. All right. So I'm part of the AGS Council, and we skipped that meeting today to come here. We were pretty surprised that this got so out of hand. It's a joke that George posted on a essentially private forum for our friends that one of our friends accidentally put on the global sphere. Aside from that, we've heard say that speech is violence, speech is harassment. These things are absurd. We live in a culture that people mock each other, they make jokes. Saturday Night Live, just this week, made an entire skit about Donald Trump. They said, essentially, that all his supporters were neo-Nazis, KKK. This is something that was said on your thread, too. Republicans are racist, Republicans are KKK, Donald Trump supporters are anti-Latino, Mexican, all these things. Is that not a stereotype?
Yeah. Are you asking
No. It's a rhetorical question. You said black men deserve to be shot by police, that our friend Ariana said. This is not true, complete lie. We have the entire page saved. I'll point out the hashtag that George put up. It was meant as a joke about political correctness and essentially this militant PC culture that we're seeing very heavily right here. You got a question?
And just as a point of order, anything that shall be said in public comment is addressed to the chair again.
So I think it's absurd that you're trying to kick George out for a comment he made on this essentially private post. It's part of our culture that people have free speech, they joke. I'll leave it at that. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. So, you say that it's a joke, but we all know what the difference between a joke and something that's serious. And when it comes to Black lives and Muslim lives, there's no such thing as a joke because there are actually Black people dying every day and Muslims dying from hate crimes. So that's not really, that's absurd to say that it's just a joke when the statistics show that actually a lot of people die because of this rhetoric. And you talk about a militant, politically correct culture. How many people have died because of political correctness? None. It's actually where political correctness is encouraged because people are actually dying, and if we don't speak up and if we don't stand up for ourselves, then this type of violence actually does happen, like a physical violence.
Oh, could you put me back on the board? Can you put me back on the board?
So basically, a really interesting point was brought up 2 speeches ago, and that was about our First Amendment rights, and whether the First Amendment means a pass to say whatever abrasive sort of heinous, imagination, creativity you want to use to say evil things, and is that okay? Well, clearly in our current political climate, we see Trump doing the exact same thing, and look at what it's creating within the country. What sorts of turmoil, what sorts of chaotic representation it's creating for our country, especially in terms of credibility. When Justin Trudeau is looking to us and saying, "What's going on, America?" Is that exactly what we're trying to have for UCI? One of my old professors, who is the vice president of the National Guild of Lawyers, has actually talked to her fellow associates to possibly blacklist or at least do further research into UCI students that are applying to law school. That's the sort of precedent this sort of thing is actually setting. Not only that, it's not just the hashtag. It's her interactions with George, with Nick, with Ariana, the way that they have just blatant disrespect to a woman who is fighting for all sorts of causes that help marginalized people. They have no respect of their students, their peers, to other authority figures, to anyone outside of themselves and the little bubble that they have created, which allows for a free pass to say any sort of offensive and just hate speech. Not only that, at the end of the day, our speech does come with consequences. The First Amendment has never said that free speech doesn't come with consequences. When any time that your speech is actually creating